Hello, how's my friends doing out there? Having a quick sip of water in my Chicago Cubs cup. If you've seen me over the years, I'm a Cubs fan, and I always have my Cubs cup here with water. Some days filled with Mountain Dew, but most of the time it's filled with water. But hey, thank you for checking in. Thank you for stopping out. Today, hey, if you don't know me, I got a new marquee. I'll flash it right up here so everybody knows who I am. My name's Dale Obrochta. I'm a balloon entertainer. This is my channel where we do balloon designs. I know there's a couple people out there who are showing up again. If you're new to this channel, let me tell you, I stream live every Friday. I have some chats that I could actually see your posts and comments appear. So I look at them periodically. I will answer them and do my best to help you become a better entertainer, better decorator, decor person, whatever it is. I've been doing this 35 years and I love sharing my experience. And I'm doing this every Friday. So feel free to tell a friend, tell somebody else, whatever it needs to go. I'm just checking here. Okay. I have a couple things that flash on my monitor that just affect broadcasting and everything else. And from time to time, I want to make sure that we don't crash. If for some reason my audio goes out, please do me a favor. Let me know what's going on. And there are times that I've accidentally unplugged my mic and we just plug it back in and things keep going. Sometimes sound drops. So if you hear something in the recording, feel free. Let me know. Put up your hand, make some faces, do whatever you need to do. Get my attention and I'll go, ah! And we'll take it from there. So with all that being said, let's get back into this. And hey, let's get started for Friday. Hi, my name's Dale Obrochta, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we're streaming live today. Let's learn something new, fun, and exciting. So let's get started now. Hey, all right, what we're going to be doing today is something Halloween themed. I'm still in my Halloween mode. As you can tell, I got my Halloween background. So this is all about Halloween still. And I'm doing something different that I normally don't do. I'm talking about candy cups. Candy cups are a way to generate more business. It's a way to take twisting into a product that you could sell at birthday parties and upscale and upgrade. Due to the COVID situation that we're in, 2020, right now, I hate to say it, maybe some of your alternatives is only to be able to sell candy cups to generate some money. So I have created a candy cup here that is a Grim Reaper. And I'm going to show you how to do this. This is all balloons that you may have in stock. There is some techniques that I use in here. So I want to make sure you stay to the very end where I teach you how to draw the balloon. You're going to be surprised that there's no 160s in here. These are all 260 balloons. We're going to be talking about a stretching technique that I've used for over the years. There's going to be a lot of techniques in here that if you're a beginner, you may be like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. If you're an advanced person, you may be like, never thought about that. I should probably start using that technique. If you're an advanced level person, you're going to go, hey, yeah, I've done that before. I know what it's all about. Clever use of it. So with that being said, let's talk about candy cups first of all. I only have one candy cup display. I got mine from a restaurant with big golden arches that has St. Patrick's Day drinks, and this was already 2 years ago. But let me take this. I'm going to destroy this whole thing in a sense because I have to take it apart to show you all the parts of the candy cup, which I'm sure you probably recognize, but I just want to go through this because you could buy these cups at Walmart. You could buy them at your big box stores, restaurant depots. These are approximately a 20-ounce cup, plastic cup. And they have this dome on the top. So if you look for these online, you're going to be looking for domed cups with dome lids. The lids actually, you can flip it up like this, pour liquid into it. They're actually designed for like ice cream or soda, where you snap the lid on and you put your straw in. Well, when we do balloon cups, what we're basically doing is filling this up with candy or allowing the customer to give us candy and fill it up and then place on a lid. I throw this on because I got people chatting here. which I never object to. You guys could chat away here, talk amongst yourselves, join in. But at this moment, what you do is you put the lid on, you lock the lid down, and away you go. Now, there's a couple designs where you can, I have a Valentine's design that you can put on. There's a whole bunch of different ways to connect. And I looked at this slightly different, and we're going to get into that now. So, the big things you're going to need, tool-wise, is, for this design right here, we're going to need a round balloon. You're always going to need a round balloon. The round balloon is designed. This right here is a heart balloon, and I have to dig deep for heart balloons. If you don't know anything about black heart balloons, they are terrible for biodegrading if you don't use them right away. This is, let me pull this off. I'm going to go up nice and close here so you can actually see. This is my blob. This is it. These are my black heart balloons. Yeah, they're nasty looking. There is basically, the internet is messing me up. Am I getting a delay here? Let's see. Internet is messing me up. Am I getting a huge delay here in my talking? Let me know if that's the case. Am I getting some jumpiness? I'm not sure what's going on. I just saw that message up there. Let me know what it's doing, and I will try to correct it. If it's an audio connect problem, I will fix that. I have a solution. I think I'll do that right now. Let me fix this and see if this changes. Testing 1, 2, 3. Any audio yet? I should have audio now. Let me audio good, bad, indifferent. Judy, don't leave me. Let me text this out there, see if that gets to you a little faster than my audio. Yes, it's working now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was my compressor. I was getting fancy and I turned it back on, then I turned it off, and technical glitch. Thank you for sticking with me on this. So probably the last thing you may have heard was me talking about how the black balloons are terrible, how they biodegrade and stick together, that black hearts are probably one of the worst to deal with. And for this example right here, we're going to use a black heart for the head. I like the black heart. Here is an example I actually played around with and tried using a round balloon. The round balloon didn't have the proper shape. If you notice here, we have more of a head or a hood shape. So I like the heart for this reason. So peeling off a heart. Hopefully the heart's not going to explode. It smells terrible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to inflate it. I'm not going to go too far. I'm going to inflate it maybe about halfway, and I'm going to give it a little squish. This squish is going to give me the back of the head. I'm actually distorting the balloon at this part to get this shape. I'm going to take that and simply tie it to the balloon that is inside the candy cup. Now take the candy cup. I have my Reaper's head attached to it. So it's nice and easy to work with. I'm going to check something here real quick. I want to check another mic setting real quick. Okay, good. I just wanted to check to make sure my mic was still working here. Yeah, Judy, you're right. The black is probably the worst you could deal with when it comes with hearts. They're just nasty. Now, I'm going to teach you a trick. If you've never done this, I use a electric pump. I have a Magaloon pump here on the side here, which is a compressor pump. I find it's the easiest way to do things like this. I also have a floor pump. If you're doing any of the candy or candy cups, you're going to be making these at home or in your shop and then delivering them. You're not actually making them on the spot. So feel free to use a compressor. That's probably the best tool to use. Get a compressor, turn it down. We don't want 900 PSI. We want to have, a small stream of PSI for this purpose. I don't have 160 black on me. I very rarely carry. I toss my pump on here, make my life a little easier. Now I'm going to back off here and show you what I actually do. I'm going to take this balloon. There we go. Gotta get my pump. And I am going to stretch the balloon. Actually, if you could tell, I take the balloon, put it on my pump, and just grab it. Then I stretch it. Now I'm going to inflate. And I want to create an effect here where I have a narrow balloon that eventually tapers off and goes into a fat balloon. And what we're going to do is, this is going to be the first part of the body that goes down. We are then going to do a small pinch twist. And do not squeeze these balloons at that point once you've stretched a balloon out, because once you do that, it distorts in other areas where it gets weak. Now this part is going to go where the neck is. So think of this kind of like a shoulder. You want to go to a small section here. You're doing a bubble. Now you're coming back onto itself. So we're going to match this up. But before we could do that, I need to take the candy cup and insert that into that section. And I am going to twist and lock around this section. Now, I'm bringing this over. You can see. So it's gone over, back, around. Now it's going to go up, over. And I didn't stretch it. I should have stretched it a little longer. Whoop. I'll take this. I'm going to find this spot. Now, this is something I like about this design. I'm going to put a pinch twist. This is going to be approximately half the distance around the diameter. Bubble. Come back. Twist around, and then I'm going to dispose. Bring this, connect it to here. I'll just reshape this a little here. So I'm trying to get the shape that I want. Whoop. It's always difficult to do these things because I'm holding it up in midair for you to see. So there is the back of the head. This is going to be the face. This is going to be the arm. So as you can tell, what I did again here is I stretched the balloon as thin as I could make it for as long as I need, which is probably 3/4 of the balloon. Now, if you have 160s, you could get away with using a 160 coming up, going across, coming back with pinch twist, holding it, coming over, take that 160 down. And then I suggest you take a 260 and wrap the bottom. This does something unique that I haven't seen in really candy cups before, is most of the candy cups sit on top. And when you sit them on top, if the lid comes off and transfer, which shouldn't happen, but you get candy all over, this actually acts as a hinge. So you could actually fill up the candy, put it down, lock it. Now the balloon is actually secure with the candy cup. It's not going anywhere. See, I mean, it knocks off, the lid's open, the candy's not going to come out. It's actually now a hinge design, even though you have a locking device on here. So what we're going to do next is actually put the hands, and I'm going to use a scrap of balloon for this because I have a couple scraps here today, which very rarely do I have scraps laying around, but I'm going to do the same thing. I need to have a 160, don't have it, so I'm just stretching. And as you can tell, I stretched my 160. Gonna tie a knot. All I'm gonna do is, at this moment, I'm gonna make small hands, or what are going to be the hands, which is nothing more than like a 2-finger bubble. Stretch that bubble across. And this is where we're gonna put the sickle, is right in between there. So all I'm gonna do is wrap that around, tie that around, and at this moment, just break it off. I want to make sure I have a tail. I'm going to use the remaining part of the balloon. Doesn't matter what size, because all I want to do is now squeeze some air. I'm going to do a pinch twist. This just gives me the illusion of the secondary hand. I got one hand holding the sickle, the other one is down by its waist. So what I'm going to do now is remove this. And it depends on which side. I'm going to just grab this side, put the pinch twist, so it looks like he has one hand here. The second hand I am not going to put up, but it's actually going to go up here because the sickle is going to go from the bottom to the top. So taking a brown balloon, I'm just going to stretch the brown balloon again. Stretch it. Again, if you have 160s, you get away with 160s, or like what I'm doing is here, just stretch them out, make them long, make them thin. This is going to be the length of my sickle. Break it off. And what I'm going to do now is take the hand, spread that apart, and just pull my sickle through. Now, for the top of the sickle, I have these reflex silver. You could use chrome, whatever you want. This is, again, just another scrap that I have here, folks. I got scraps for this. So if I'm making a lot of these, I could make, maybe 3, 4 sickle heads, 5 sickle heads, before I need to use another balloon. So it becomes very cost effective. All I'm going to do is 2 small pinch twists. And voila. I'm going to take off my sickle, bend it a little, shape it a little. Break, dispose. There we go. Taking the sickle now, taking that one end, that's the top of the sickle. Now folks, if you haven't taken the time, do me a favor right now. Make sure you've subscribed to this channel. I'm spending my time giving you some information here. All I'm asking you to do is become a subscriber. I'm not asking you to pass on money. I'm not asking you to do anything strange or bizarre. All I'm asking you to do is click that little subscribe button, become a follower, so next time I do something, you get notified. That's the big thing that I look for. Lastly is, as always, watch to the end, because that's when I tell you all the little tricks. And today's trick, I'm going to show you how to draw the face. Now, to add, I'm going to take this brown balloon, twist it in. If you want to get real technical here, I'm doing this just for training purposes, but you could actually tie the white balloon on, do a pinch twist, and then wrap it in. Then you're guaranteed that this balloon is not going to come apart. If it does, like this, it's going to be attached to the brown balloon. In fact, I'm going to do that now. I'm just going to tie these two together. Now when I do my pinch twist and lock everything into this one corner here, everything is now secured. It's not going to come apart. I can move it around. Taking this hand all the way to the other side, locking it in. Adjusting my sickle, and there we go. As always, leave me a comment. You like this? What do you think about it? Can you see yourself making this design? And here it is. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, man, how do we do the face? The face is probably the most trickiest thing. It's the easiest thing to do if you actually analyze what a skeleton head is. And let me show you up close what a skeleton head is, and I'll show you how to draw it. If you look at this, it's kind of it's not kind of, it's a circle with a rectangular bottom with a couple holes in it. And the nice part about this is it's a skeleton face, so we could go as crazy as we want with it when it comes to size and shape. Now, I kick the chat back on here. And I'm using a Sharpie oil base. Remember, I talked about that once before in another video. Pink is oil base, blue is water base. Now, I'm going to show you how to draw the face. The face is not that hard. First things first. All right, I'm going to get right here so you can see. I'm going to draw a eyeball. That's my eyeball. We start with one eye, big eyes. Just like if I was drawing on a black balloon, I'm going to start with the up. That part is it. We're not going to do any more with it. If you make them too large, you could always make them smaller. If you make them too small, then you're in trouble. So my advice to you is stay larger than go smaller. Now, we have the 2 nostrils. If you cut somebody's nose off, you got 2 nostril holes. So what we're going to do is nostril holes, another nostril hole. Looks a little weird so far, but this is what you're going to attempt to make. If I could get my light ring. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Light ring is one of the eyeballs. There you go. See, I can do that. There is, so far, what we're going to do. Next, starting below this area here, I'm going to take and I'm going to do a circle. And I don't mind if my marker drags a little. I'm going to do a circle that goes around like this. And at this point, I don't want to do a full circle because I want to come down a little and then across. I want to then come down a little again, draw a line. At this point, I'm just going to do a little half circle, just so it's a little circle. So you could see, may look like a light bulb looking at it. Let's see if I get that ring light right in the eye again. Now what I'm going to simply do is color in between. And this is, remember, this is the relaxing part. This is the part where you go, all the hard stuff is done. If you have a child at home who, you know, knows how to color, you have a teenager who's good at coloring, or somebody who's artistic in the family, or you do enough of these, you're going to find that drawing a skeleton face is fairly easy. People think it's really hard, but once you really look at the design and the shape of it, let's see, hopefully I got this in camera so you could see this. Do me a favor, if you have a question, go ahead, shout it out. I'll be happy to answer any questions you got along the lines of this. And we go in here. It doesn't have to be, you don't need to do a solid white face. All you need to do is have a face that is basically covered, because that's part of the scariness. Now, for the mouth area, all I'm going to do is take my white marker, the tip of it, and I'm just going to kind of draw little hash lines in there just to break it up, give it some black. I want to have, I don't want to white it out. Now, if for some reason, let's say you want, geez, I drew a little too much white on it, pull out your black Sharpie, and you could always go in and just kind of draw it in. As you can tell, I now have that more black in between the teeth. And there you go. You have your candy cup, your Grim Reaper Candy Cane cup, where you can easily now add this to a Halloween gift. If you want to do, you can make up, again, depending on where you live, how Halloween is coming out. You can make a series of these up. And if there's a family that is your perfect birthday party audience, you can pass out candy cups for Halloween. All you have to do is put 1 or 2 pieces of candy in there, put a business card in, drop it into their bag, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is the greatest, coolest thing. I have done that in the past too. So it's another way to market yourself. Candy cups are a great marketing tool. Halloween is the perfect spot, so you could drop this off at any business that you want to market yourself to. And the cups are fairly inexpensive. They're not a lot of money. The candy, you don't have to put a lot of candy in, 1 or 2 pieces of candy. The balloon creation is going to sell itself. Like I say, we have the head now, which is basically like a hood or a head. And then you have the cape, which comes on top, the hand, the cradle. So this is the Grim Reaper Candy Cane Grim Reaper Balloon Candy Cup. Whew, what a mouthful to say. So I hope you like that. Do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of these. I appreciate that. As always, do me a favor. Remember to subscribe, become one of my followers, become part of my tribe. You know, look at the group of people that come out here. I thank you for all coming out. I really appreciate that you do take your time out to visit me on Fridays. I stream every Friday, as many of you already know. If not, you could catch me here on Facebook. This is my Facebook corporate site right here, Balloon Animals. You could find me Wednesday, and I talk about life, what's going on, reality, and things of that nature. If you go to my YouTube channel, which you're on right now, you know we do balloons. If you jump to my Twitch, which is on Monday, Twitch is another online streaming service. I talk about entertainment, I talk about TikTok, I talk about things that are going on, marketing, and I highlight what's happening possibly in the next coming video here live on YouTube. So with that, I want to thank everybody for coming out, having a great time. You guys be safe, be wise, be healthy. My name is Dale Obrochta, the Magical Balloon Dude. You guys be good, be safe, have fun, enjoy. Bye-bye. Make sure you click on that subscribe button and never miss a video. Subscribe now. Click the little bell and always be notified of a live broadcast. Follow me on Instagram, and if you're a TikTok fan, you'll find me under the same name, Dale Obrochta. Looking forward to seeing you on social media.